always. Hi, I'm Ethan Kwan and welcome to part 5, I know you weren't expecting this, part 5 of how to make asteroids in Scratch. So, last time we ended up with this game, and yes, I know I said it would be final. We got a shooting mechanism, a splitting mechanism, a points mechanism, which is really nice. The asteroids took a while, I just lost a life. Yeah, so we got this game going, and there's one thing I actually forgot in my tutorials, so I'm going to be doing some playtesting, fixing some bugs, and adding a new feature, which it really isn't a feature, but oh well, I'm adding it, so yeah. Yeah, let's go. So I'm just gonna quickly do some playtesting because it's day 2, and just in case anything went wrong, yeah, I can do that. Bloop, bloop, bloop. No. No. Okay. So everything seems fine. Yeah, everything seems very fine. Where is it? Where's my player? Yeah, I just lost. Okay, anyway, I just lost all lives. Where was I? Oh, up there. Oh, I couldn't see myself. Oh my god. Anyway, let's get on with this new feature, shall we? It's not really a new feature. It's just, it's actually kind of easy. We want the asteroids to spin because everybody knows that space rocks spin. So let's go to the asteroids sprite. And inside this, when I start as a clone, let's just move this down here. When I start as a clone, let's shrink this. When I start as a clone, alright, so here is our problem. If, let's take the naive approach and just say go to motion, and let's just drag a turn. Actually, instead of a turn, let's just go ahead and change dir by 5. Alright, that's the naive approach. Now, what will happen is, well, I don't see there's definitely something going wrong, everybody. Yeah, see? What are they doing? What are they doing? What are the asteroids doing now? Okay, so here's the problem. So, before, we were just moving straight forward, like this. Right? But here's our problem now. Whenever we want to turn, we just turn 5 degrees. But notice that we have a move speed steps here. So that means that we're actually going to be moving forward, but we're also going to be turning a few degrees and then moving forward, turning a few degrees, and we're basically going to be going around in a circle, like this. So that's why these asteroids are doing something very weird, which is just going around in a circle, which is really annoying sometimes. Yeah, so that is our problem. So how do we fix that? Well, we actually have to rewrite the move speed steps variable, the move speed steps block. So how are we going to do that? Well, let's go ahead and get rid of this move speed steps. And then let's go to my blocks, create a new block, call it move, and add a number input, speed. I'm literally just gonna write exactly what they wrote. So steps, right? Move speed, add a label, steps. Steps. Alright, so move speed steps. Now, this block is basically going to be doing the exact same thing as the move speed steps block, except there's going to be a difference, and this difference is that instead of just moving, instead of just going to motion and cheating like this, that's cheating. What we're going to do is instead we're going to actually go into how the move speed steps block actually works. So this is how it works. So we're going to go ahead and change x by, and this is going to be a little bit complicated, so let's grab a multiplication, put that in there, and drag the speed onto the right side. Now, here's where it kind of gets complicated. All we're going to do is we're going to go to grab the abs of block, and this is what you're going to not like. We're going to go ahead and grab the sine. Sine, oh no, sine. Don't worry about what it does. You'll just have to study trigonometry for that. But just trust me on this, or don't. So sine of, and then go to variables, grab the dir variable, and drag that in here. And now we should see that. What am I doing? Yeah, so that's not gonna work that well because we have to put it inside. Let's go to my blocks, grab the move speed steps block, put that right before the change dir by 5. Move. Well, let's go to variables, grab the speed variable, move speed steps. Alright, so let's see how this does. And I see something in the corner there, but they are just moving back and forth. So that's, I think, because of the sine of dir block. Sine of dir, what is that? Right, so change x by, okay, okay, let's go to motion and grab a change y by block, and we're literally just gonna do the same thing here. So sine of dir, instead of sine, we're gonna grab a cosine of dir times speed, and let's see if that works. They seem to be going around in circles, which is not good. So okay, so here's our problem. We're changing dir by 5, so if we get rid of that, yeah. Okay, so nothing looks like it's changed, right? You can still shoot them. It's still pretty basic. Weird, but did I break something? I think I broke something. Yeah, I definitely did break something. As you can see, no, maybe I didn't. Okay. So, there's so many asteroids. I only have 1 life. Anyway, yeah, so nothing seems to have changed. But here is the fun part. All we're gonna do is we're gonna turn 15 degrees. Alright? And actually, we can get rid of this point in direction dir. Okay, let's try it out. Let's see. Yay! We've got spinning rocks. We've got spinning rocks, people. We've got spinning rocks. Yay! Now, that is a little bit too fast for me, so I'm just going to decrease the size. Also, what's up with my code? It just seems like it's wrong. Okay. So, let's change this to something. Okay, let's go ahead and create a new variable. Get rid of that. Let's go ahead and create a new variable. This variable is going to be called turn speed. Alright? And let's say for the sprite only. And at the very beginning, inside the init asteroids block, let's go ahead and set right after the set speed to and stuff. Let's set turn speed to, and we're just gonna grab a pick random 1.0 to 3.0. That seems about right. All right, and down here, all we're gonna do is we're gonna just turn speed degrees. Oh, and by the way, let's, instead of 1.0 to 3.0, let's grab a negative 3.0, like that, so that it'll pick either direction to spin in. So let's try it out. There we go, that's our first rock. Okay, that's a little bit too slow for me, so I'm going to negative 7.0 to 7.0. Alright, let's try it out. Alright, so that's 4. Okay, so it looks like all the asteroids that get shot, all of them have the same turn speed, which is kind of not what I want, because that's not how actual asteroids behave. They change their speed a little bit when they get split. So what I'm going to do is right here, inside this repeat block, inside the hit block, so I'm just going to go ahead and change turn speed by pick random -1, -3 to 3.0 to 3.0. And let's try putting that inside here for now, and if that turns out really bad, then we can change it afterwards. Let's see. Alright, that actually seems okay. I mean, I don't see any bugs that are happening with it, so I think that's pretty good. Oh no. Okay, I just lost. Oh no, no. Oh god. Okay, this is hard. No. Okay. Alright, so we have just covered spinning asteroids. Yay! Now they spin. Whee! Oh, and I should probably make hard mode. So go to player, and then I'm going to. I added this. Don't ignore that. Ignore this. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this back in here. Ignore what I did. That was just me doing off-camera hacks. No, I'm just kidding. Just me doing off-camera stuff, just so I can playtest a little bit easier. But that's done now. That's it. That's all I'm doing. And yeah. So that seems about okay. Let's try going off screen. Actually, if we're off screen, can they even hit us? I don't think so. But all right. So that's that. So now we have spinning asteroids. Yay! Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and go to variables, hide the turn speed variable. All right. And now yeah, so one other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to saucer, and I am going to add a new costume. I'm going to do a little animation, which isn't going to be much. It's just going to be 2 dots instead of 3 dots. So it's going to look like they're rotating. Actually, I should actually do a little bit of an animation. I should probably like move that there. Move. And now I'm bad at animations. Okay, let's just do that. And let's say when I start as a clone. Oh no, not when I start as a clone. Repeat until touching asteroids or touching blah blah blah. Next costume. Alright. Let's try it out. Oh, and let's just change the wait to like 2 seconds, just so we don't have to wait forever. Wow, that doesn't look good. That's probably because we're switching between the big costume as well. So I am going to say if, I'm going to go to control, grab an if, underneath the next costume, if costume number is equal to, I don't know, 3. Why not? If costume number is equal to 3, which is the big costume, I am just going to, if costume number is equal to 3, I'm just going to say next costume, because that's just looping back to the start. Let's try it. Where is it? There we go. I think that's still a little bit fast. So I'm going to retry that. Yeah, I'm going to retry that. So let's see, what should I put in there? Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this out here, and I'm going to say, grab a forever loop, grab an if I'm going to say if saucer lives is greater than 0. So that means if a saucer is still alive. So if saucer lives is greater than 0, then I'm going to go ahead and next costume. If costume number is equal to 3, next costume. And then I'm going to go ahead and wait 0.1 seconds. And let's try that. It doesn't seem like it's animated anymore. Oh, I have to drag when green flag clicked at the start of the forever loop. And let's try it. Yay! Let's destroy it. And yep. Oh, there's another one. Oh, it just got. Oh my god. Okay, I just realized the bug. Okay, so when saucer lives is less than 1, meaning that it hit an asteroid. Oh no, when touching asteroids, I don't want it to give score. I don't want it at all to give score. I only want it to give score if we destroyed the saucer. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab an if, put that around the score, and I'm just gonna say if saucer lives is less than 1, then change score by 80, and then put that underneath the repeat until. And let's try that. And let's wait for a saucer to get destroyed. Come on. Oh, they just destroyed some of the things for us. Thank you. Okay, yeah, perfect. So, Oh, I just noticed another thing. When a saucer deletes an asteroid, I don't want it to give score either. So, instead of putting change score by costume number times 5, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna move that out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I am not going to put an or here. Instead, I'm just gonna do another if. If touching laser, then hit. Sure. Hit. So hit if touching laser and change score. Otherwise, just hit. Alright? Oops. Otherwise, just hit. Alright, so that should fix it. Let's see. Nope. I'm bad at this game. Okay, yeah, I don't think, yeah, I'm not destroying any lasers, and the score is 0, definitely, but so everything's fixed, there's no bugs anymore, great. So, I am going to go ahead and, inside the saucer sprite, I'm going to change the weight to, like, 24 again, or whatever it was, 25, I think. Okay, so, alright, so, I realized that there was a bug in the game. So one thing I noticed is that and I figured this out while I was editing. When you shoot one, it doesn't give you score anymore, which is annoying because it should give you score. And that's because of this block. I should probably zoom out a little bit. That's because of this block right here. And that should actually work, but it's not. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to drag this out and drag this inside of the, I'm going to drag this inside of the hit block, and now that should actually fix it. But one thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to grab an if, and I'm going to say if, and I should probably drag this above the next costume, if touching a laser, then do this, otherwise then don't, because if it gets hit by, say, enemy laser, then don't do this. And then we're just going to switch next costume. If costume number is equal to 5, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's try this out. And, oops. Okay, it gives you score now. Great. So, yeah, that's just a bug that I realized while I was editing. So, yeah, thank goodness I realized it before before I uploaded the video. And this is pretty fun now. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-boop-a-doop-a-doo. Providing my own sound effects. Yeah. And my own music. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And this is why you should never blow up an asteroid, because they keep splitting. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but you shouldn't, based on science. Anyway, yeah. So that's the end of the video. Finally, unless while I'm editing I find another mistake, I got 1600 points. That's not that bad. I kind of want to add animations. Yeah, let's add animations. Okay. So, inside costumes, I'm going to go ahead and create a new costume, and this is going to be called Explosion. Alright? So, this explosion sprite, it's going to be, this explosion costume, it's just going to be a white dot, like that. Let's center it. Alright? Okay. So, this shouldn't break anything, so let's just try that out. Try it out. Let's just try shooting one. Yep, none of them switch costume to this explosion costume, right? Okay, so let me just check how long I've been recording. 17 minutes, that's pretty good. Okay, now, what I'm going to do is I am going to, inside this hit, I am going to go ahead and, now, here's the problem. If I create a clone, that means it's going to go ahead and run this script here. But I don't want it to run the script because this is the script for if it is actually if it's actually just a normal asteroid, not an animation particle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new variable, and I'm going to call it is explosion costume. All right. So I'm going to say click for the sprite only, and I'm going to go ahead and inside this init asteroids, I'm going to go ahead and set maybe here. I'm going to set is explosion costume to no, because it's not an explosion. Now, here inside this hit, before we delete this clone, what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and I'm going to say switch set. I'm going to set what is it? Is explosion costume to yes. All right. So that means that now we're going to explode. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab a repeat, and I'm going to do like 30. I don't want to do too many because Scratch has a 300 clone limit, and if there are already a bunch of clones on the screen, I don't want to create too many so that it exceeds the limit. So I'm going to say maybe like 15, just to be safe. And then after the repeat loop, I'm just going to delete this clone. Actually, instead of putting in a repeat loop, let's create a block. Let's call it animate. And don't forget to click this run without screen refresh tick. That's important because then that tick makes sure that these blocks underneath the animate block run extremely fast, and the repeat loops run instantly. Yeah, water. Yeah. Okay, so let's drag the animate. Before I forget, let's drag the animate after the set explosion costume to yes. And inside this animate, I'm just gonna go ahead and I am going to create. Oh wait, no, I don't need to create a new variable. Okay, phew. I am going to say set inside the repeat loop. I'm just gonna set speed to. Go to operators, pick random, 0.1 to 5. Why not? That's just 5.0. I mean, yeah, that's good. Because then some of the particles will go really far, some of them will just not move at all. All right, and then after that, let's just go to control and grab a create clone of myself. And these clones will actually have a explosion costume to yes. Instead of actually putting this here, I'm going to put this inside the animate block just so it's a little bit clearer. Alright, so if I set explosion costume to yes, any clone created after that will also have the explosion costume to yes. Alright, so now we have this block here. So how we're going to make sure that this clone block is actually going to run the correct scripts. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new block, and this block is going to be called maybe original null code. Alright, and just click OK. Don't click the run without screen refresh. Alright, so inside this original clone block, all we're going to do is we're just going to drag all of this inside here. And let's just grab the original clone block right there. And yeah, so I'm going to grab an if else and put that around the original clone block. And then I'm going to go to operators, grab an equals, and if is explosion costume is equal to no, then we're just going to run the original code. Else, we're going to run different code. So let's create a new block. Let's call this one explosion code. Alright, click OK. Don't click the run without screen refresh. Alright, so define explosion code. Inside this define block, let's just first of all drag this explosion code inside here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and repeat 20. I'm just going to make it point in direction random. So I'm going to go ahead and point in direction, pick random, negative 180 to 180, and actually I should put this point in direction above so that it doesn't like randomly jitter around. I just want it to point in direction once so it explodes, alright? And then I'm going to say at the very beginning, again, I'm going to go ahead and set ghost effect to, and I'm going to go to operators, pick random, 20, 0 to 100. So 100 is invisible, 0 is completely visible. So this will, I kind of just want them to fade out eventually. So that's what I'm doing here. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and now, of course, this is pretty based on animation terms, this is kind of complex because we're using clones and stuff. But all we're gonna do is repeat. Yeah, fine. Repeat 10. All right. Repeat 10. Inside here, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move speed steps. Speed steps. All right. So if we actually go ahead and delete this clone here, let's just do a test run, just so that nothing goes wrong. All right, I have to shoot that. It's gonna come down here. Oh, okay. But okay. So here, this is our test. Okay, that looks pretty good actually. Check this out here. Watch. If I shoot one, yeah, that actually looks pretty good. However, it's not switching to the explosion costume. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch costume to explosion at the very beginning, and let's try that again. Shoot this one. Yeah! Alright, so, here, watch one more time. Okay, that one doesn't do anything. I should really make them do that too. Yeah, see? There was a little explosion animation there. So all I'm going to do is after moving speed steps, I'm going to go duplicate this. I'm also going to repeat maybe like 20. Move speed steps. I'm going to go ahead and change speed. Change speed by. I'm going to grab a divided by and say negative 10 on the right, and then I'm just going to say speed on the left. Change speed by speed divided by negative 10 so that it kind of slows down, and then I'm going to delete this clone afterwards. And of course, I kind of want them to fade out, so I'm going to go ahead and change ghost effect by 5. Because if ghost effect is 0, right? If ghost effect is 0, then I want it to repeat 20 times so that it gets to 100, right? So let's try this out. Let's shoot one. Yay! That's a nice animation, actually. Let's actually create more clones, because I think this is going to be dangerous, but I really want to see more clones, so like 30. Double the amount. Okay, so let's try this out. Okay, that actually looks much better. And I'm glad the clones are staying constant. Okay. So let's try shooting more. Alright. Okay, one problem I noticed is that these clones also contribute to hitting the player. So that's not good. So I'm going to say inside the player, how am I going to do this? Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Okay, so I have an idea. Let's see. So let's go to costumes, and let's go to the Asteroids costumes, and let's make the outline not complete brightness. Let's change it to like that. And let's just do that there. And same thing with this one. And same thing with this one. And same thing with this one. So now the asteroids are a different color than the explosion. And of course, some of the explosion is going to be like that perfect amount that it triggers the explosion, but that's okay. It's probably kind of rare. But inside the player sprite, instead of touching asteroids, instead of only touching asteroids, let's grab an and. And if touching asteroids and touching color, and let's grab this color right there. Let's actually expand this so that we get a better contrast. And let's go ahead and select that color right there. Alright, and let's drag this inside the ore, and that should actually fix it. So let's try it. Let's make it get close. Okay, that didn't hit anything, so let's, oh, okay, here comes another one. Let's try this one. Bloop. Bloop. Yeah, okay, perfect. So they don't do damage. Great. So now what I want to do is, now we have this little animation for the asteroids, and what did I want to do? For the asteroids, let's make it so that yeah, what did I want to do? So, oh yeah, one more thing. Let's go to looks and let's say set size to, at the very beginning, let's just set size to, pick random, maybe like, oh, in looks, let's first switch costume to big, and then so that we can size it however we want, let's say 20, let's say like 40 to 140, okay. And actually 40 to 100. Alright, and now we should see there's a size variation. Let's first, let's shoot this one first of all. Yeah, that looks much better. So I'm gonna go to variables, hide this is explosion costume, and let's try it out. Doop-a-doo, doop-a-doo. Yep, okay. Oh, okay, that looks much better. I think. Yeah, whoa, oh, come on. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Whatever. Okay. So, now we have a working animation. Now, one problem I noticed is that, well, first of all, the saucer is going too fast. Let's say like 30 seconds. Alright, let's try this again. Alright. So, one thing I've noticed is that once you shoot a thing, and then you try and shoot one of these small ones, yeah, it doesn't give you off the animation. And that is, I know why, and that's because the asteroids, I have to actually put this animate block, duplicate it, I have to put it inside this bit right here, so that if we destroy it, then we're going to animate it. So that should fix it. Let's just try it out. Oh, sorry, I rubbed the microphone there. Yay! Okay. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and say, instead of saying the speed to 5, I'm going to say 1 over, so that it's the inverse, also called the reciprocal, if you didn't know. 1 over, go to looks, costume number. So the smaller ones, so if my costume number is, let's say, 1, then it's going to give me a, wait, yeah, so if my costume number is like 2, just for an example, yeah, so if my costume number is 2, 1/2 is 0.5, so it will give me a smaller blast. Now I'm going to just multiply that by 5, and that should fix it. And yeah, so it'll give me a smaller blast. And let's say like 8. This is like how big you want your explosions to be. I'm just going to try that, and let's put that in there. Pick random, 0.1 to 1 divided by costume number times 8. So that is going to be saying if it's a smaller costume, then then set the speed to something smaller so that it's a smaller explosion. So let's try it out. So these guys should give it that big of an explosion like that. Let's try this one. Okay, gave a smaller explosion. And this one? Okay, that's a tiny explosion. Okay, that's cute. Okay, perfect. Now we have different size explosions for different size asteroids. So, yeah. Okay, one more thing. The lasers actually also don't, they collide with the particles. So, that's not good. Watch this. Ta-da! See? They didn't go through. So what I'm going to have to do is, instead of touching asteroids right here, so I'm going to have to go to the player, grab this bit of code right here, just drag that all the way into the laser sprite like that, and instead of just touching asteroids, I'm going to go ahead and touching asteroids and touching color blah, right? That gray color. And let's try it out. Yeah, that's better. Let's try shooting this one. Yeah, so they go through now. Yay! Okay, so now we have a working asteroids game, and yes, I did say, oh look, the explosions stay too, so that's nice. Alright, so there's much more you could do with this. You can even add color if you want, but I'm going to leave it at there. One thing I do want to fix is that, as you can see in this snapshot right here, the lasers are above the player, and I don't want that. So I'm going to say go to back layer for the laser. So I'm just gonna go grab a black back layer, put that inside the repeat until. All right, and that should fix it. If we just press space, yeah, okay. So there's nothing wrong with that now. All right, so thank you for following along this series with me. If you want more videos like this, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video if you didn't already, and subscribe too if you didn't already. I'm saying if you didn't already. All right. So again, thank you for watching. See you at howtodostuflethan.com, and see you next time. Bye.